Hello everyone. Give me 1 second. Let me share this to the groups. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Good morning. Can everyone hear me? If you cannot hear me, please let me know so I can fix it. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Facebook. How is everyone doing this morning? Today we are going to talk about, today is Monday, Miracle Madness going on here. We're going to talk about owning your power because the sky is not the limit, you are. Okay, Miss Chalet, I can feel that. I can definitely feel that. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes, let a few people pop on, and then we will get started. I am actually going to be doing my hair on live today. Getting ready for my graduation tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm super excited for that. It was either dye it or shave it off. But you know what, Miss Chalet? Let me tell you something. Even shaving it off is not bad. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's been said that when a woman cuts her hair, she's changing her life. So that could really be a good thing. So if you feel like that, go ahead and be bold with it. You can actually not really shave it, or you can like literally go into a fade and dye it at the same time too. B. Simone did it and it looked very, very, very great. So this morning we're going to talk about owning your power. Own your power, and because the sky is not the limit, you are. Okay? So I want to kind of touch base on that because a lot of people, you always hear people say, the sky is the limit. I beg to differ. Okay? Facebook, if you cannot hear me, please let me know. I can't see who is in here. I can't even see comments or anything for some reason at this moment. So let me know if you can hear me, Facebook. So again, today we are going to talk about own your power. The sky is not the limit, you are. So many people in the world say, oh, the sky is the limit. No, it's not. Like, I literally beg to differ. So as a lot of you know, I am Miracle Renata. I am the founder of Miracle Hills Academy, where I specialize in life coaching services. I am also the founder of Miracle Lux, where I sell luxurious hair extensions, wigs, all of your virgin hair needs, mink eyelashes, and high quality clothes as well. And so I love to do motivational speaking. I love to uplift people. That's my job. That's what I do. And so one of the things that I do not like that people say, and anyone can, have a different opinion on this, but I do not like the phrase, the sky is the limit. I just believe that is totally not true. Reason why is because I say all the time, if astronauts can get in their gear and they could go to outer space so can you. Okay. And I don't mean just like physically, putting on a suit and stuff like that, because I'm sure that it takes a lot, more to actually do that. What I'm talking about is actually the sky is not the limit. You are when it comes to life, when it comes to the things that you have going on. Okay. So you are only limiting yourself from doing the things that you desire to do in your life. Okay. So own your power. We all have the power to achieve any and everything. The only thing that's holding you back is you. Is you being stagnant? Is you listening to the limited beliefs and stuff that are placed up on you, that fear that you have inside of you? That's really kind of the only thing that's holding you back, right? So we just have to get to a point in our lives to where we are tired of the setback. We are tired of being stagnant. We are tired of not having things accomplished. And let's just be real, we're all adults now. So the things that we don't have accomplished, we can't blame that on mama. Mama didn't do this, or mama didn't raise me this way, or grandma, she lacked this, and daddy did that. We really can't. We can't do that no more, because we're too old for that, right? So we got to let that stuff go. We got to get to a point to where we are healing. Hey, Chloe, we have to get to a point to where we are healing. And once we heal, we're able to achieve a lot of things that we need to achieve, right? Now, in order for you to heal, you have to make that first step in the healing process. You have to want it. You have to want it so bad that it scares you. You have to want it so bad that nothing is going to stand in your way. So own your power, stand in your power, especially us as Black women. We have so much to offer. We have so many things in this world to offer, but we allow fear. We allow things and people to hold us back. Okay? So we have to step out of that. It's you against you every single day. Every single day that you wake up, you need to strive to be a better person today than who you were yesterday. And that should be your motive every single day, is that I need to strive to be the better person yesterday than the better person today than who I was yesterday, right? That's my mindset. Whenever I wake up in the morning, sometimes I don't feel like getting up. Sometimes I don't feel like, doing anything in my business. Sometimes I don't even feel like getting myself together. Honestly, 95% of the time, maybe even 98% of the time, I don't get myself together because I'm always at home and I'm always in front of the computer doing work, right? So I'm not always, in the best mood to do anything, but I also have to remember that I have an end goal. And so when I have my end goal, I have to basically put forth the action to get it done. And I have to tell myself, I'm not setting any boundaries in my life when it comes to me doing business. And that's just with my personal self. I'm going to take risks. I'm going to take chances, because the sky is not the limit. The only person or the only thing that is limiting me from doing what I have to do for me and for my success would be me. Okay. And we also got to think about that too, with the things and people that we allow in our lives, because a lot of times we allow certain people and certain things in our lives that will allow us to hold ourselves back. I mean, if you want to just be real and quite honest with it, a lot of times we just allow those things, but that's our fault. That's another thing that goes back to the sky is not the limit. You are. So, hello, hey. So, that's what I basically wanted to touch based on go after your dreams. Go after them. Anything that you have in your mind to do, go after them. Because guess what? God gave you that vision. God gave you that goal. I don't care if you don't see an outcome right now. Keep pushing. Even if you don't see the outcome, keep pushing. Because 2 to 3 years from now, if you stop 2 to 3 years from now, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret not reaching beyond your limits. You're gonna regret not reaching beyond the sky. You're gonna regret all of that stuff. So at the end of the day, you do what's best for you. You do whatever it is that you want to do, regardless of what. You just have to make it work. And then it's all about strategizing too. So even if you have a lot of things going on in your life, it's about strategizing as well. You got to strategize in order to, make some things work for you. So that's what you should practice on this week. Write things down. Write your goals down. And don't limit your goals, because the sky is not the limit. You are. You are the only person that can stop you from doing the things that you want to do in your life. And that's with personal, and that's with business. Hands down. Okay? So you need to figure out what it is that you desire to do, who it is that you desire to be, and be it within your authentic self. And when I say be, I don't mean like you have to, fake who you are. Who is it? Who are you? Who are you? Some people need to do some soul searching, and determine who are you really. Are you this person when you're around that person, or are you this person when you're around family, or are you this certain type of person when you're only around friends? You gotta dig deep into yourself. You gotta do some soul searching and figure out what it is that you want to do and who you really are. And once you tap into your authentic self and see who you are and the things that you want to do, life will be a little bit more easier for you to soar those dreams. Okay. Hello, everyone in Facebook. I can see everyone on Instagram that comes in, but Facebook, I can't see who comes in for some reason. I can't even see comments. So just bear with me on that. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure why. But yeah, the sky's not the limit. You are. You the one holding yourself back. Nobody but you. I don't care how grown you are. At some point, we gotta let a lot of things go. We gotta heal. We gotta let that stuff go. Because let's just be real. When we hold on to it, it hinders us. It hinders us from doing a lot of things that we set in our mind to do. And then there we go. Years later, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And who wants to live like that? Who wants to really live their life on that I shoulda, coulda, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. We don't want to live like that. So you need to own your power. We all have the power, especially us women, y'all. We're so powerful. We're so talented. We're so gifted. We are so powerful, but yet we allow the world, and we allow people and things and stuff like that to just really tear us away from what God has called us to be. Don't do that. Don't do that. Live your dream, girl. Do what you want to do. Live your life. Because if you don't, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, even a year from now, you'll have so many regrets. You have to wake up. Listen, you have to think like, when I leave this world, when I die, what do I want to be remembered for? Okay? What do I want to be remembered for? Am I building a legacy just because, or am I building a legacy for my children, for my grandchildren? And when I say I'm building a legacy just because, are you building a legacy just to say that you got something? I mean, that might be cool too, but I'd rather leave a legacy for my kids, for my grandkids, for my great-grandkids, for my family. We don't know when we will leave this world. When we leave this world, we want to make sure that not only does God say, well done, we want to make sure that we have said to ourselves at some point in life, well done. We can't say well done if we're limiting ourselves. So stop limiting yourself. And a lot of times people don't even realize that they are limiting themselves. We could be limiting ourselves based on the fear and based on the limited beliefs that was placed upon us. A lot of times we don't even realize that we have all of that going on. It can take something from childhood, it can take something from adulthood, it can take something in your teenage years, whatever stage in your life somebody told you something that they were scared to do, or you know, they didn't reach their goals for whatever reason, but they put it in your brain that you couldn't reach yours either. People do that. People say, oh, I can't, oh, if I were you, I wouldn't, if I were you, I, you know, this and that and the third. Don't if you were me nothing, because you are not me, and you don't know what God has placed up on me, and quite naturally you're not going to understand it. Nobody's going to understand that but you. Okay, so that's why you got to communicate with God a lot as well, because God is going, you got to ask God, say, God, I really need you to take away this fear. Take away anything that is causing me to have any setbacks. Take away anything or anyone that is not causing me any good in my life. Take away those things. Take away those people who are not going to allow me or help me to live that God-given purpose that you want me to live in my life. You have to say things like that. You have to start. It starts with you. However you're going to do it, however it's going to work out, it definitely starts with you. It starts with you. You just have to, you got to get that mindset together. Once you get that mindset together and you say, okay, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, without any hesitation, you're going to do it. And anybody who tries to block it, anybody who tries to come and get in the way of it, you're not going to have it. I've been through it myself. You know, been through a point in my life where I just allowed a lot of things to go on. I allowed a lot of people to dictate what I have going on. But then I did some self-work. You got to do self-work on yourself. When you start to do self-work on yourself and you start to tap into who you really are, the individual that you are. And I'm speaking to a lot of women too. When you start to tap into that powerful woman that you are, all of that talent that you have inside of you, that gift that God gave you, God gives us multiple gifts as well. He don't only give us one. He gives us multiple gifts. We just have to know how to use it. And we have to tap into our inner self. So when you tap into your inner self and you really figure out who you are and what you want to do, you're going to not only change the game for other people, but the most important thing that you're going to do, you're going to change the game for yourself. And when you change the game for yourself, anything, anybody that tries to come and tries to block that or stop that, they're not going to win. Because you know why? Any weapon formed against you will not prosper. Period. So go after that thing that you want. I don't care if you're in your 40s. I don't care if you're in your 50s. If you haven't done it, but you have a desire to do it, go do it. Just because you're in your 30s, just because you're in your 40s, that doesn't mean anything. Because really, quite naturally, when we're in our 20s, we're supposed to mess up. We're supposed to go through this. We're supposed to go through that. We're not supposed to be perfect. But when you hit up in your 30s, everything that you went through in your 20s, you're supposed to be learning from it. And you're supposed to go forth and move on. So by your 40s, you really got things together. Now by your 50s, you need to be chilling. You really need to be chilling. And that's because you didn't allow life to control you. You control life. And for that, you owned your power. You stepped into your purpose. And guess what else? You allowed yourself to not be stuck up in that mind frame that the sky is the limit. That's just what it is. Always remember, if the astronauts can put on their suit and they can go beyond the sky and into space, you can too with your life. You can definitely do that. Don't let what society say or how people think and feel. Don't let them tear you down or what you really want to do in your life. If you wanna quit your 9 to 5, and if you want to start your own business, do it. I mean, granted, I advise you to have a plan when you do it, but do it. If that 9 to 5 ain't making you happy, quit, leave, go find another one that's going to make you happy, or start your own business. There's nothing wrong with starting your own business. I did it. I left. People told me that I was stupid when I left my 9-to-5 job working at the school system. I was a paraprofessional. I was getting paid monthly, but I was only getting paid like maybe $1,200 or something like that. And that was once a month. Okay? That was once a month. But I was tired of going. I was so tired of going. It got to a point to where I would call off for no reason. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would just call in for no reason. I would basically it was making me sick to even go, to even clock in. Granted, I love the children. I really did. I love the children that were there. I've connected with so many kids at so many different schools. I feel like I empowered a lot of kids, especially at the high schools. A lot of the high school kids, they did look up to me. So I did that, but I wasn't happy. I really wasn't happy. And it just started weighing on my heart more and more and more and more and more that, Miracle, this is not you. This is not you at all. So I had to basically, I had to own my power. And I had to say, you know what? I'm better than this. I'm better than this 9-to-5 because, for one, ever since I was a little girl, I never seen myself at a 9-to-5 anyway. Let's just be real. I always see myself as a business owner. Anybody that knows me knew that the whole cosmetology beauty industry, that was me. That, and that still is. That's my passion. That's where I like it right there. Okay. But life hit and I had to take another route, which is okay, because working in the school system, working at call centers, working here and working there, it did allow me to see a lot of things that I needed to see so that when I start my business, I could perfect it. Okay, but a lot of people told me that I was stupid for leaving my 9-to-5. I was stupid for leaving a steady paycheck. I was stupid for doing this. I was stupid for doing that. When in reality, they didn't see what God put on me. They didn't see the vision that God put on me. I could see it clear as day, but they couldn't see it. And guess what? That was fine, because I haven't been working for the school system for what? It might be almost a year now. You know, and I'm happy, because if I would have stayed on that 9-to-5, I wouldn't be dedicating as much time as I need to dedicate to my business and me owning my own business. So I stepped out on faith. I did what I had to do. I communicated with God, and now I own 2 businesses working on a nonprofit, right? So the sky is not the limit, baby. You just got to put it in your mind to go get it done, to go do it. That's it. That's it. Simple as that. Don't worry about what nobody has to say about it, because guess what? Everybody's going to have an opinion on what you should have been doing, or, you know, you should have did this, you should have did that, because they don't know. And that's okay that they don't know. You just say, okay, that's fine. Thank you for your opinion. Keep it pushing. You know what I mean? You don't have to. You can take some things of what people say, but if it's not aligned with your vision, if it's not aligned with what you got going on with what God has placed in you, then, I mean, it is what it is. And again, that's fine. You just have to know your purpose. You have to know your passion, walk in your purpose, and know that the sky is not the limit. You are the only person. You and God are the only people that can really go forth and achieve those goals that you need, whether it's personal or whether it's business. Only you can do that. Stop limiting yourself just because so-and-so over here doing this, or just because that person may be doing the same thing, or just because mama said that, that's not achievable, or because mama says she don't think that you should do this, or cousin said this, or sister or brother said. Forget that. Fuck the people. Go do you. I mean, you know, like, respectfully, but go do you. Because the sky's not the limit. You are. Only we are able to limit ourselves from things. So you owe you. You don't owe anybody else. You definitely owe you. You owe yourself. You owe yourself to be successful. Stop. You know what? A lot of people, without us realizing it, a lot of people actually have fear of success. And I heard that somewhere. And when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I was like, that's true. Because a lot of people are they're so afraid to step out on faith. So many people are so afraid to step out of their comfort zone to be successful. They rather stay in their comfort zone on what they know, what they already know, instead of just stepping out on what needs to be done. You know, just step out on faith. Because I can promise you this: one thing for certain, two things for sure. Faith without works is dead. So if you have faith in it and you step out and you put forth that action, God is going to bless you abundantly. He's going to make sure that you lack nothing. He's going to make sure that you lack nothing. So remember that it's you against you. You are fighting the person you were yesterday to be a better person that you're fighting the person yesterday to be a better you today. Always remember that. It's you against you. You don't owe nobody nothing. You owe yourself everything. The sky is not the limit. If those astronauts can go into space, so can you. How you think Obama became president? How you think all of these presidents became presidents? How you think all of these vice presidents became vice presidents? Because they reached beyond their limits. They did it. They succeeded. On their limits, they succeeded. They succeeded. All you got to do is do it. Like Nike, just do it. Nothing is stopping you. Do your research. Strategize. Create an action plan. Just freaking do it. It's not hard. I'm telling y'all, it's not hard. Some people make it hard, but it's really not hard. The most that you really have to do is step out on faith and believe in yourself. That's the main thing. Believing in yourself. When you believe in yourself and when you believe that God is going to take you through it, it's going to be some bumps, it's going to be some bruises, it's going to be some hurdles, it's going to be some ups, it's going to be some downs, it's going to be some yeses, it's going to be some no's. It's going to be a lot of doors closed, but when you have that open door, when you have that yes, that's going to be everything. And then you're going to say, oh, it was all worth it. It's not as hard as what it is. It's not as hard as what it seemed to be. So stop limiting yourself. Everything and anything that you want to do, that you set out to do, go do it. Go, like I said last week, go get that notebook that you had when you was a kid and you was jotting down all those things that you wanted to be or that you wanted to do when you were in school. And the teacher said, okay, let's create a portfolio. Or what do you want to be when you grow up? Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? Go back to that. Go back to the plan. Go back to the book and make it happen. Go back to the plan. See what you wrote down. See if you still have that desire. If you don't have that desire, figure out your purpose. Figure all that out. And when you do, go beyond it. Like a lot of you nurses out there, the medical field never dies. Okay? The medical field never, ever, ever, ever dies. Education never, ever dies. The beauty industry never, ever dies. If you are in those niches, lawyers, judges, if you are in those niches, law enforcement, go and figure out how you can go beyond the limits to make this world a better place. If you are, say for instance, you're a CNA, right? And yeah, you have your passion to help people and stuff like that, but you also have another goal. Like you also have something else in you that's like, you know what? I love the medical field. I love doing this. I love doing that. But it's some things in the medical field that they hiding from these people. They not letting these people see it. Go start your own practice. Figure it out how to do it. Go start your own practice. Stop saying, oh, these people are doing this and they're not saying this and they're hiding this information, or this is how things should go, or this is how. Go make it happen. You could be the change. You could be the one. Stop limiting yourself. The sky is not the limit. I'm telling y'all, you are. You are only limiting yourself by staying on that 9 to 5. You are only limiting yourself by surrounding yourself with certain people. You gotta let that shit go. Let it go. I'm telling you, let it go. Once you let it go, and once you take a whole other route and you do things for yourself, you will understand how easy it is and how better it is um to be connected with other people within your purpose. You know, people need to hear a lot of y'all have hidden talents, a lot of y'all have hidden voices, and I was one of them. But I had to also understand that people in this world need me. People in this world need me. They need my voice. I don't care if I have to go somewhere and it's only two people outside. I don't care if I'm expecting 100 people, but only 5 show up. I'ma still talk my shit. I'ma still run my, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna run my mouth. I'm still gonna talk my shit. You know why? Because somebody somewhere needs to hear me. So somebody somewhere, Lord, I'm just about to break everything. Somebody somewhere needs you and what you have to offer. So if you don't like that, if you don't like what's going on that 9 to 5, it's like you love your career path, you love what you do, but you don't like the environment that you're in. Go to another one. Go create that for yourself. Like for me, um, I spent so much time in my life as a 9 to 5 in a 9 to 5. I didn't like how employers did this. I didn't like how employers did that. I felt like this was unfair. I felt like that was unfair. Guess what I did? 2 businesses I opened up. So when I started hiring the things that I didn't like within those employers that I had, I'm about to create the opposite for my employees. You just have to get off your butt and you have to go do it. That's it. That is it. So stop limiting yourself. I mean, we love grandma, we love auntie, we love uncle, we love mama, we love daddy. But at the end of the day, they can't dictate our life. They created us, they brought us in this world. We're a part of their family, a part of their bloodline. But let's just be real. A lot of y'all are the chosen ones. A lot of y'all are who I will call chosen by God. We all have gifts, we all have talents, we all have purpose and passions and things like that. But there's only a few of us, only a handful of us that are chosen. Are you chosen? Are you the chosen one? Think about that. Are you the chosen one? Are you the one that is different in your family? Those are typically the chosen ones, the ones that are very different, the ones who sometimes maybe think to themselves, am I adopted? Because they're so different. But those are the chosen ones because you are the one that God placed something special upon you. He places things special upon a lot of us, but he took his extra time with you because it's something in you. It's something that you have to offer to the world, right? It's something that you have to offer to the world, but you have to get out of your own way. You gotta stop allowing people to get in your way too. Once you master that, you will not only have changed the game for other people, but you would definitely change the game for yourself. You are unique. You are chosen. The black sheep of the family is always the chosen one. If you are that black sheep, you are the chosen one. Go figure out what your passion is. Stick to that passion. Go beyond the limits. Go beyond it. Nobody is stopping you but you. You are the only person that is in your way. That's it. You are the only person that is in your way. Once you get out of your own way and you allow God to step in and you allow God to move around in your life and shift some things up and take some things apart, you'll feel like you're falling. You'll feel like you're falling apart. But when you fall apart, that ain't nothing but your old skin. That ain't nothing but your old self just leaving. Because your old self has to leave in order for that new self to come in and be who God told you to be, who God called you to be. So when life seems like it's falling apart, baby, that's only your breakthrough. You this close to getting where you need to be. Just keep fighting, keep pushing, Keep reaching beyond the sky. Keep reaching beyond your limits. Because once again, the sky is not the limit. You are. You can go beyond the sky just like those astronauts. And I'm going to keep saying it over and over. I tell my clients all the time, the sky is not the limit. You are. If those astronauts can get up and gear up and go into outer space, so can you. You better get up. You better stand strong. You better stand tall. Lift your head up. Say some affirmations. I am. This is who I am. This is who I desire to be. This is who God called me to be. I am a child of God. I am a king. I am a queen. This is who I am unapologetically. This is who I am. And I'm about to go out here and I'm going to make things happen for myself, for my kids, for my grandkids, for the people that's around me that I love. You got to get out there and you got to do it. You got to do it. And when you do it, you got to do it with everything in you. You got to do it like you a fighter. Put on your imaginary army suit and get out there and hustle. Get out there and fight. Get out there and fight to be a better person today than you were yesterday. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Being a better person, shifting that mindset, being who God called you to be. And don't rush to do it. Do not rush to do it by all means. Because when you rush to do it, it ain't going to be right. You're going to have to take time on yourself. You have to first take time on yourself. After you take time on yourself and you begin to shift your mindset, everything else is going to fall into place. Let's get out of the mindset. We have to normalize things not being given to us. We have to normalize working hard for it. We have to normalize getting it out the mud. Because when we get it out the mud, that's when we appreciate it more. We appreciate it a lot more when we get it out the mud. Okay, let's just be real. So stop limiting yourself. Stop putting that limit on yourself. Cut that now. Cut it now. That limit, wherever it's coming from, go back and think about, did my grandma say this? Or did my mama say this? Or did my teacher say this? Or did my friends say this certain things to me that is causing this blockage? Because they might not have even realized how they said it or what they said. But you have. And once you have, you gotta heal that. You gotta come up out of that. You have to come up out of that. Limiting beliefs. When you have a limited belief, that and fear are they like hand in hand. They like one of the top things that will hold you back from everything that God has called you to be. You have so much inside of you right now, but because you're suffering from a limited belief, because you are suffering from fear, because you're suffering from a bad mindset, that right there is not allowing you to reach beyond your limits. That right there. Okay. So we want to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. We are shifting our mindset. We are healing. We are becoming a better person. We want to do all of that. We want to do all of that so that we can be a change in this world, because the younger generation needs us. And once we shift our mindsets and once we think differently in a positive way, we'll be able to help the younger kids that are coming up. We'll be able to help the younger generation that's coming up, because they need us. Just like we needed our grandmothers, just like we needed our parents, just like we needed our ancestors and stuff to kind of guide us along the line. It takes a village. We have to be that village. Right now, in this day and time, it starts with us, because a lot of our younger generation is falling off more than our older generation right now. So reach beyond the if you want to go and you want to open up a community health center, a boys and girls club, something for the youth, reach beyond the limits to do it, because you don't know who you're going to impact and how you're going to impact them. So that's why we have to always reach beyond the limits, because we're not only serving and helping ourselves, but we're helping other people, and vice versa. We're not only helping other people, but we're helping ourselves, because a lot of times when you help other people, you're realistically helping yourself. So we have to own our power, because we have a lot of it. Oh, in a Black community, we have a lot of power. We just so busy hating each other. We just so busy tearing each other down. when in reality we should be coming together. We should be coming together. In the Black community, we are so powerful. Y'all just don't know. If we took the time, if we took the time to actually come together, if we took the time to actually be there for each other, if we took the time to actually love on each other, do y'all know how powerful we would be? Do you know how much we would change this world? Do you know what the justice system would look like? Do you understand what it would be in the medical field? Do you understand how our kids would be? The educational part. I mean, like, just think about it. Just think about it. Think about if we just took a second, come together, love each other, be there for each other, stop hating on each other, and actually connect and work together. How much of an impact we will be on people. Y'all, we are great individuals. Come on now. We are powerful. What did Neil say? Um, he said we'll force them, we're together, whatever that song is. I forgot. It's been so long. Um, but like that, we're one thing when we are doing it alone, but we're a force if we just do it together. A lot of us need to normalize connection. It's okay to connect with the right people. Just don't connect with the wrong people. Never connect with the wrong people. So the sky is not the limit. You are. Yes, that's what it is. I'm a movement by myself, but a force when we're together. I could not think of that for nothing. So yes, you are a movement by yourself. Yeah, you are. But if us Black people come together, like really come together, you know how we all come together to riot. You know how every time something happen, oh, that's when we come together and we go and blow stuff up. When stuff, no, 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 no. Let's stop doing that for one, because they hear us, they see us, but it's not in a good way. It's not in a good way. Let's be a force together in a positive way. So I need more Black people to go get educated and go to school, go get that training, go do law enforcement. Let's change the world like that. Let's go be some judges, some lawyers, more Black people, more Black women, more Black men. Men, you gotta step it up. You gotta step it up, especially with the kids, especially with this generation of kids. They need strong male figures. They need strong role models. They need, strong men. Men, you are dope. Dope as hell. You just gotta a lot of y'all men gotta step it up. Y'all gotta step it up. So own your power. Know that there is power in confidence. There is power in change. There is power in everything. There is power in the tongue. When we speak, we are speaking power. We are speaking life. We are speaking death. So watch how you speak. Own up. Own up. Own your power. The sky's not the limit. You are. Stop limiting yourself. Go figure out who you are. Go figure out who you are, your authentic self. Go figure out who God called you to be. And go step into that person. And when you tap into that person, it's over with. It's gonna be over with. Okay, so I'm about to get off here. Y'all have an amazing day. You guys are amazing people. Let's go do something productive. Go figure out who you are. Let's change the world. One moment at a time. Let's change the world. Because the sky is not the limit. You are.